same here. Sentiments are the same.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
So I was on vacation last time. I'm assuming we don't, I think I let him know that I wasn't gonna be here, but we don't have no like,
I don't think I
You missed 3 and we dock your pay.
off, I'm being honest.
well, you can have it. I know that. It's 3 in a row,
3 in a row, that's right, yeah.
actually.
College of Engineering, actually. I'm excited.
That's-
I care what your children are.
Yeah, okay.
I think either Brian or Tim are the only two.
Yeah, okay.
Check, make sure we have a quorum.
Yeah, and that's, the
Yeah,
only
that's
reason-
what I figured.
This
yeah.
committee is large enough. There are a couple of smaller. Okay, there's a couple of smaller township committees that aren't big enough.
Oh, I'm sure.
They have a lot of trouble getting a quorum.
Yeah.
All right, this is the Meridian Township Planning Commission. I'm calling the meeting of March 13 to order. First thing on the agenda is the roll call. So Commissioner McConnell.
Here.
Commissioner Brooks.
Present?
Commissioner Scales.
Present.
Commissioner McCurtis.
Here.
Commissioner Shrewsbury.
Here.
Commissioner Richards is not here, is he? No, okay. Commissioner Snyder.
Here.
Commissioner Tresize.
Here.
And I am Chair Bloomer. We have a quorum, so this meeting will go into order. First of all, public remarks. Do we have anyone of our guests here who wish to make a general statement to the board? No. All right, thank you. Then we'll move on to approval of the agenda. Is there a motion? Motion by Commissioner Snyder. Is there a second?
Support.
Second by the Vice Chair. All in favor?
Aye.
There is no opposition. The agenda is approved. Again, approval of the minutes from last meeting, which was February 27 of 23.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Support.
Is there any corrections or additions to the agenda from last week, from last time? I'm sorry, the minutes? No corrections or discussion of the minutes. Therefore, we'll call for the vote. All in favor of approving the minutes from February 27, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? There is none. Those minutes are approved. Now we have communications, Delhi Charter Township Notice of Draft Master Plan Update, which was included with our package from the support staff. Any discussion on that? Okay, so let's move on to item number 7 on the agenda, which is rezoning of item 23006, willful rezoning.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just get there. Here you go. Yes, this is rezoning. What number's quite big? It should say 23006, and I think that's I think that typo comes from the correction that we use, just not catching that in printing. Administratively rezoning one parcel at 5677 Cade Street from professional office to RB single family residential. You heard about this and did agree via voice vote to hear this, to move this forward administratively. Notices went out as required, including to the landowner. In fact, you discussed this on February 13th. Oh. Future land use agrees with this. It designates this R3. It's similar to the surrounding properties as far as that goes. The RB zoning, as I'll scan down here, it applies to the properties adjacent to the south and to the west, and the west. So this is in line with that. It is currently developed with a single-family residence. The stated purpose for this, the landowner wanted to do an expansion, an addition on their house. They were told they can't because it's zoned office and non-conforming. They're bringing it into conformance, so it's not like you're gonna get a new development out of this or anything like that. There are no wetlands on the property, no floodplain issues. The township pathway plan doesn't show anything along Cade Street. However, it is worth noting there is a sidewalk along the front of the property. That sidewalk does connect to the township pathway on Hazlet Road. No change in existing traffic. Municipal sewer and water serve the site. That's not going to change. And this is the public hearing for that, so any comment we'll take, and I will come back to you with a resolution at your next meeting.
Thank you. Are there any comments from the commission?
Applicant may be here.
Yeah, I just want to see if there are any comments first. All right, the applicant is present. Is there anything you'd like to tell us, ma'am?
Step up to the podium.
Please identify yourself, name and home address, please.
My name is Jessica Werfel. I'm the owner of 5677 Cade Street. I appreciate you moving my petition forward from last month. I've just bumped into a few neighbors and they were like, oh yeah, we got a letter about that. You know, yeah, why would your house be an office? And no one I've talked to has any trouble with it.
Any questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any comments or questions from the commission? Yes.
I agree that the last time we discussed this, that this was a no-brainer. But this one piece of information I don't think was before us. Can you explain how we deal with the issue of the lot size being 7,687 square feet, not meeting the minimum of 8,000 square feet?
The lot size is a little under the RB minimum that is similar to the rest of the properties on Cade Street. I did go and check those. So it's not an issue as long as the house exists. It's a legal non-conforming house from the standpoint of the lot size. If something was to happen to the house where more than 50% of the house was destroyed based on assessed value, then she or the person acquiring the property after the fact would require a variance a lot size variance to redevelop the property. And we do this with some of the undersized lots around the lake. So under right now, as she is, it isn't a big deal at all. As long as her addition conforms with the setbacks, which based on the drawings I've seen, that's not gonna be a problem.
My question with that is, based on the information you just shared, is she aware of that? Okay, thank you.
I did copy her when I sent this packet out, so if she read my report, she should understand that.
Thank you.
Of course.
Does any other commission members have any questions or comments? Go first, Raul. All right.
I guess I am just curious, the sort of rate of nonconformance in the township. It's not for this discussion necessarily, but at some point, just to kind of understand how widespread and what nature that is. I just got to give him some homework.
Yeah, it's an interesting question.
I mean, I was thinking about the project we had last time where they knocked down some houses that were not considered habitable, and it made me wonder, well, how many of those are, out there?
Yeah.
Lot size, it will be a relatively easy, straightforward GIS operation. If you're asking about setbacks and stuff, that's the site
No, I was
size,
thinking more
but
about
lot size is.
red tag properties.
Okay, we'll take a look.
The thing about this property, though, is the real question is, why did it get zoned this way in the first place? It's just not a consistent zone from everything else around it.
Our best guess is that at some point, back when we used paper and pen to make maps, make the zoning map, someone drew a line up Hazlet Road and it looked like a thick pen to someone who later digitized it and made a call and called wrong.
All right, then I think at this point we'll have a straw vote on whether or not to approve the variance. Anybody have a motion for that?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Scales, seconded by Commissioner McCurtis. All right. Commissioner McConnell,
Yes?
Commissioner Brooks,
Yes?
Commissioner Scales,
Yes.
Commissioner McCurtis,
Yes.
Commissioner Shrewsbury.
Yes.
The record should reflect that Commissioner Richards is now present. Commissioner Richards, how do you vote? Yes, okay. Commissioner Snyder,
Yes.
Commissioner Tresize,
Yes,
and the
but
chair votes yes.
this is a rezoning, not a variance.
Did I say variance? I'm sorry.
That's correct.
Rezone.
Well, just for your information, we'll come back in 2 weeks. I'll bring a resolution. They'll officially approve the resolution at that time, and then that gets moved forward to the township board for final approval. Okay, so I'll be in touch.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your work.
You're welcome.
All right. So we are now on item number 8, which deals with item 23005, Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
You had a public hearing for this on February 27th. You took a straw poll at that time indicating that you were willing to consider a resolution to approve the request for Tidal Wave Auto Spa at 4880 Marsh Road. That resolution is in this packet, and the applicant has a representative here to speak. A question was brought up to me before the meeting, looking at the resolution. You may wish to consider adding a third condition. It's a kind of a boilerplate condition that's on other resolutions of approval. It just puts in writing that you're going to have to go through site plan with all the appropriate approvals, and I can pull that specific language from a previous resolution to put in there. If I could connect to my folders, to our network, I would show you, I would do that right now. I can't do that.
I think specifically the issue came up about the drain commissioner approving it.
That is correct.
Yes.
Because obviously, we can't give site plan approval without drain commission approval, so, yeah. But that doesn't change the process, it just puts it in black and white, that everyone acknowledges that that is the next step and that has to happen.
We have a representative of the petition?
Hi, everyone. I'm Lauren Breslin. I'm with Bowler Engineering. I see some new faces here that I didn't see last time. So if you want me to kind of give you the whole spiel again, I can do that. Or, we had been in contact with Keith Chapman. One of the comments, there was one comment between the prior meeting and now that he had given us that pertained to the zoning ordinance. It was, it specifically pertained to one of the canopy structures as an accessory structure, and it kind of outstood a little bit past the front facade of the building, and it would just be saying that no accessory structures could extend past that front yard. We've since changed that. We completely got rid of the canopy structure, which was okay with tidal wave because apparently people in the northern states like the sun when it's shining and don't want to be underneath a canopy structure, so they were perfectly fine with that. So yeah, that's the only thing that really changed on the plans, and I'm here to answer any questions that you guys may have.
Are there any additional questions for this lady? No?
I would move to adopt the resolution approving special use permit 23005 to construct a drive-through car wash at 4880 Marsh Road.
Is there a second to that?
Second.
Seconded, all right.
I would ask that the addition that Mr. Sharkey mentioned as far as other approvals and site plan approval be added to the resolution.
Agreed.
It's a friendly motion?
Yep.
All right. So we'll call the roll then. Commissioner Tresize.
Yes.
Commissioner Snyder.
Yes.
Commissioner Richards.
Yes.
Commissioner Shrewsbury.
Yes.
Commissioner McCurtis.
Yes.
Commissioner Scales.
Yes.
Commissioner Brooks.
Yes?
Commissioner McConnell.
Yes.
And the chair votes yes. The motion is approved.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brian.
You're welcome.
I'll be working with you. through the site plan then?
Myself or Keith, either one of us.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
We are now on item 9, other business. The original plan says none. Has anything come up since you printed this?
It has not.
All right. Master plan update, nothing?
Next meeting, we'll have some for you. It'll be a little bit more intense, but get this night off.
Okay. So we're now on item 11 of the agenda, township board update.
I have nothing for you.
Nothing. Are there any liaison reports? Commissioner Scales.
I attended the Economic Development Corporation, the EDC meeting, and we were unable to reach a quorum. Yet we had an update presentation from Tim Schmidt, which I really think everyone here is probably already aware of. He did an update on the sign ordinance and where that is headed and where it's at currently. I gave an update on the tidal wave issue, and I broke it down into 4 different parts of what we looked at. Noise pollution, traffic congestion, chemical exposure, and water pollution. And I took the liberty of saying that it sounded like we had a consensus of agreement on that. And that is my report.
Very good, thank you. Any other liaison reports?
Yeah, the last meeting of the Environmental Commission, we were very grateful to have the supervisor and the township manager in attendance. With no clear agenda other than to reach out and make stronger connections between the board and the township leadership and the various boards and commissions. So, you know, one of these nights, you never know. And our clerk also came along and said real nice things and gave us some inspiration on her ideas for where the township can be going. I managed to check out the book that Frank recommended from the library this afternoon. It's a real keeper. So if anyone wants to see that, I'd be happy to share.
Okay. Any other liaisons?
This is Commissioner Brooks. I have the Development Corridor Authority is on Wednesday of this week, I believe. And I just was curious if somebody could give me what's the responsibilities when we're attending those sorts of things?
That meeting will be at the firehouse, first of all, so go to the right place.
That's a good point.
And
Appreciate that.
and I love the meeting room over there. It's much less formal and easy to get to and stuff.
The Central Fire Station?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the little community meeting room. And I think they're talking mainly about the new tax financing authority. I'll get the name wrong, but it looks like they may be on the path to having financial resources to actually do stuff. So that's pretty exciting.
As a general rule, unless it's one of those commissions where we are actually active members, as a liaison, you simply watch what they're doing, take notes so you can tell us, and then give them an update of anything important that we've done.
Okay.
There are 2 or 3 where we are actually active members of the commission.
The Brownfield and the Zoning Board of Appeals, I believe, are the only ones that were actual voting members.
I keep trying to attend the Downtown Development Authority meetings, but they don't happen. They're having a lot of trouble getting a quorum together. I think they're going to have to reconsider their membership or something because they just can't get it working. So, any others? No?
Transportation was canceled for the lack of an agenda, so.
Okay. Project report?
I passed the current project report out to you guys before the meeting, so you should find it at your places. There's one quick note I'll make. When I came in tonight to print this, I found the site plan for elevation 4 on second page under new applications. That public hearing came and went back in January. They are now in site plan review phase as of tomorrow. So I'll move them up the list to under site plan review. So this was current when I printed it. Other than that, if you have any questions or comments, I'm happy to entertain them.
Any questions or comments?
For current projects, so for the downtown development, downtown in quotes, of Okemos, is that, so there was like a, Frank Walsh sent an email out about how that was going. Is there a possibility that that could come back to us at some point?
The Okemos Village project?
Yeah.
That should be beyond you guys. They are in site plan, as far as my world goes.
Yeah.
They're in site plan review. I understand that they're working a bunch of the financing out and everything. In fact, they've had their public, we require a public meeting during site plan review. It's less intense than this. It's in our zoning ordinance. I can explain it to you later. But they already had that and taken comments. In fact, a lot of comments. That was an intense one. And then those comments have all been turned over to them, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm waiting for a revised site plan. If it comes back to you guys, they changed something, and it really, they made a major amendment to their to their approved plan.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend doing that.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions on the project or comments? No? All right, then we are on item 13, public remarks. We have one member of the public. Do you wish to address the board?
I have a question.
Come up. Come on.
My name is Ann Perkins. I'm at 5972 Village Drive in Hazlet. My question is, there was supposed to be a presentation about the Okemos downtown last Tuesday, I believe, and that got canceled. Has that been rescheduled?
It has.
Okay.
Here, let me say it so I'm on speaker. The public meeting that was being hosted by the township board, that was supposed to be on the 7th last week, was postponed at the request of the applicants, and it was not the request of the township. And by board vote, a new meeting date of May 9th was set. So May 9th at 6:00 PM.
Thank you.
Just, I have a question on that. I'm sorry.
No.
Just so I'm clear, is that the downtown Okemos that you're talking about? And is that who's the applicant?
It is the Okemos Village. They're going through as an LLC. It's, as, you know, the company itself, if you follow the chain,
Douglas J?
I'm sorry?
Douglas J? Is that the?
No. Douglas J is not part of the Village of Okemos project.
Oh, okay.
They did their own separate improvements, and they're staying in their facility.
Okay.
I can get you that information. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
But yeah, the point is they have a person here. Their leadership is in California. They asked for a postponement of that public meeting.
And for that, and I'm new, so I'm trying to learn.
Sure.
For that hearing, they're showing us what they're going to show us what their plans are.
They have already had all the hearings. They already have an approved mixed-use development application, and they're in site plan review. This is a public meeting that's being held by the board because of questions from residents about the project. So this is an opportunity for the applicants to come and answer questions.
And address any questions the public may have.
Correct.
Got it. Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
Any other questions? No? I think we're at the adjournment stage. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you, we are adjourned.
I'll stop.